Hey there, future millionaires. Yes, soon I will be showing my face. I have taken care of the back end stuff for the conflict of interest things. That's all taken care of. So, we'll be showing my face. This will not be a faceless YouTube channel. I think it's important that you be able to see me, especially if you're trusting the information that or going to trust the information that I'm giving you. But anyways, are you ready to dive into today's wild ride of financial news that could make or break your next investment move? Because today we've got some seriously juicy updates straight from Wall Street to your ears. Grab your coffee, hit that like button, and let's unlock your financial freedom together faster than Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high. So let's go. Today's financial highlights, November 14, 2024. Let's talk first stock market trends and news. The U.S. stock market opened up mixed today with investors on edge awaiting upcoming economic data and comments from the Federal Reserve. So here's what happened. The S&P 500 showed modest gains as investors seemed cautiously optimistic. Meanwhile, the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones hovered around flat territory. Retail giants like Walmart and Home Depot are set to report their earnings this week. Their performance could give us a sneak peek into consumer spending trends right before the holiday shopping spree kicks off. So the Federal Reserve today, big news from them is Federal Chair Jerome Powell is set to speak, or he already spoke this afternoon. Investors were eagerly waiting for any clues on future interest rate decisions, and with inflation starting to cool off a bit, but it's still a little bit higher than what the Fed's 2% target is. Everyone was wondering what was going to happen. So, based off of what he said, they are in no rush to further cut interest rates. So that's why right now you could see that cryptocurrency is going down, the stock market's going down. It lowered today because of that. That was the reason. So if you were thinking about buying Bitcoin, thinking about buying the other popular coins like Solana and Dogecoin, first of all, as you're going through this financial journey, you're trying to get out of debt, first of all, and you need to not invest in those risky assets. If you do, you're delaying your debt-free journey, okay? Because here's what's going to happen. Even if you do invest in it, you say, well, I'm only going to take $50. Well, first of all, $50 is not going to do anything. And if you're trying to put the $50 into one of those penny stock type cryptos that, those meme coins that, they're worth basically nothing, but you can buy trillions of them for $1, and you're gambling that it's going to go up, to $1 one day, and you'll make billions of dollars doing that. Okay, those things are very rare, and it's like going to a casino and just throwing your money on red or black at the roulette table. Okay, and you have better odds doing that than you do with finding a coin that's gonna, the next big coin based off of these YouTubers out here, right? So I would stay away from that, okay, until you're ready to invest, and you're only ready to invest once you are out of debt. And I'll put a caveat to that. You don't have to have your house paid off. You don't have to wait till you have your house paid off, which is usually your biggest debt if you have a house. But I would say once you have your credit cards paid off, once you're pretty much almost out of debt, if the only thing left is your credit card, is your house payment, then you could start investing, because you don't want to wait 5 years to start investing. You don't even want to wait 3 years. If you can we can complete this journey within a year or two, or get as close as possible, that's more realistic, because you don't want to miss the opportunities to invest. The sooner you invest, the better it's going to be for you long term, especially if you're older and you're already towards the end of life. Your life is not going to be an extra 40 years, right? You're in your 50s, your 60s. Hopefully it can get to that, but we're being realistic here. The average life expectancy in the United States, it's about 85 to 90 years old. Okay, it could go more than that with technological advances and less crap in our food and better medication, maybe more holistic medications. But yeah, so if you're in your late 50s, 60s, and you are at zero, you have no investments, you don't have any retirement, or you have very little, okay, you need to start investing quickly. But you need to get out of debt first, because your biggest tool in your financial journey is your income. And if your income is tied into your debts, well, you're never going to get out of that hole. So we need to get out of that hole first, have that strong foundation, and then you can throw everything, or most of what you can, into safe investments, especially if you're older. Safer investments. You don't want to touch crypto, okay? It's first of all, buying Bitcoin at this price is ridiculous. You don't even want to buy it at $50,000, because buying one Bitcoin at 50,000, if that thing's dropped, if that something happens and that thing drops down to 20,000, which people are saying, no, that will never happen. The Bitcoin maxis, right? They will crucify you for even mentioning that. It's too risky. If you have an extra 100, 200, 300,000 laying around, then go ahead, fine. But those of us who are just trying to get on track and build a foundation and a solid future for us and our kids and our grandkids, you want to leave some sort of legacy behind, not debt. When you pass away, you don't want your family burdened by your debts. You don't want to get into risky assets. So growth stock, mutual funds, dividend funds, bonds, those are all going to be great investments. Okay, and we'll get more into that later. And I took a little sidetrack here because it's important to understand the trends that are happening right now and what people are investing in, and this whole cryptocurrency thing. It's great, but it's not for us right now at this moment. So take a step back on that. Put a pin in it. I promise you, there's cycles to all this. It always comes back around. So don't listen to the YouTubers who are saying this is your last chance to get in before you lose out on becoming a millionaire. Those guys are making money off of making clickbait videos, okay? And they're making money off of coins that they're telling you to invest in, because if they have a good following, a huge following, guess what? Their buyers, their followers are going to buy that coin. And as you're buying, they are getting out because they're making a profit. Okay, so we talked about the Federal Reserve. We talked about the stock market. So we don't see any rate cuts in the foreseeable future. Probably, I would say, mid-2025. Oil prices drop amid global concerns. So oil prices are taking a dip. That's good for our wallets, and it's good for our wallets because gas prices will go down. Usually they go down in the winter anyways, but the demand is low right now. So yeah, it's going to go down. And especially, I'm not getting into politics, but once Trump gets into office in January, once he's sworn in January 20th, you can expect that pipeline to be back up and running. And, like he said, drill, baby, drill. We're going to be energy dependent here in the United States, at least. So other countries are going to be buying from us, and we're going to have plenty of oil. And so you should see gas prices really, really drop at that point. But yeah, so it's trading at around $80 per barrel. There are some concerns again over weaker demand from China, and its economic growth continues to slow down over there. So lower oil prices might provide some relief at the pump, right? But it's also a sign of potential global economic slowdown. So we have to keep an eye on that, and especially if you're invested in energy stocks, which again, should not be investing in anything right now until we can get most of our debt taken care of. It's tempting, I know. So again, crypto market highlight. Bitcoin is on fire, currently trading near 88,000. It went up to 93, just shy of its all-time high. The surge is fueled again by a mix of institutional buying and the growing popularity of Bitcoin ETFs. Solana, another one that I mentioned earlier, is this week's star performer. I was going to invest when it was at 115, 105 actually when it dipped down, and I decided not to because I just wasn't sure what it was going to do. And again, I am trying to get out of debt. I started my journey over, and yeah, it shot up to 205, right? But you don't know that these things are going to happen. It's all a gamble. Okay, what if it would have went the other way? We just never know. It's like throwing a coin up in the air and choosing heads or tails. But again, it's one of the coins that I will be investing in once I start, because I think that it will do big things, even better than Ethereum, and I think it'll even outperform Bitcoin one day, maybe, depending on how much supply gets burned, if any. So thanks to some of the new partnerships and an expanding ecosystem, Solana's value is skyrocketing. Ripple, one that I haven't heard of in a while, it used to be on the news all the time. People used, oh, it's coming back, it's coming back. But they just burned over 13 million tokens, leading to predictions that its price could hit $6.40 due to increasing scarcity. But we'll see. Don't let temptation get to you. So cryptocurrency legislation and policy. Again, we're almost done with crypto, but wanted to get the full highlights there. The UK is making waves in the financial sector by planning trials of digital gilts over the next 2 years. This move aims to integrate blockchain into government securities. So crypto is going to be a big part of our everyday lives eventually, in the US and abroad. Over here in the US, Senator John Thune has been elected as the new Senate Majority Leader. A win for the pro-crypto lobby because he is pro-crypto. This could mean more favorable regulations ahead, especially under a GOP-led government. For corporate moves, MicroStrategy, led by Bitcoin enthusiast Michael Saylor, just bought another 27,200 Bitcoins worth over $2 billion. This purchase solidifies their standing as one of the top corporate holders of Bitcoin. On the flip side, Binance's former CEO, Changpeng Zhao, confirmed he won't be coming back to lead the company as it navigates ongoing regulatory challenges. U.S. political shifts and economic impact. The GOP has secured a trifecta by winning the House, Senate, and the White House. President-elect Trump is back, and with the new majority, expect a renewed push for deeper tax cuts and deregulation, which it sounds good. So we'll see where that goes. With Senator John Thune now the Senate Majority Leader and Rep. Matt Gaetz nominated for Attorney General, the coming months could see significant policy shifts, especially in areas like trade, crypto regulation, and fiscal policy. So moving on to inflation and consumer prices. Inflation ticked up 2.6% in October, slight increase from September's 2.4%. But don't worry, analysts are saying that, this is part of a broader downward trend. So we'll see where that goes. But some positive news. Online grocery prices saw their first annual decline since the pandemic. And, could this mean some relief for household budgets just in time for Thanksgiving? I personally use Kroger. I am not being endorsed by them. I'm not being paid by them, I should say. And so this is not a paid endorsement whatsoever, but I do use them and I do save money using them. So moving on, Amazon's new venture against Shein and Temu. I can't stand either one of them, except Shein's decent for clothes. But again, I will not shy away from endorsing Amazon. So Amazon's haul is the tech giant's latest play against the discount platforms like Shein and Temu. This new mobile-only storefront offers ultra-cheap goods, mostly priced under $20. But delivery could take up to 2 weeks. Will it be a hit or will it be a miss? Only time will tell, right? So, moving on to the Federal Reserve. Okay, so we know that they said that they weren't going to cut rates anytime soon. They weren't in a rush. But they have lowered the federal funds rate by another 0.25%, making it the second cut since September. So this could mean great news for home buyers and homeowners looking to refinance. Lower rates means cheaper mortgages. So now might be the perfect time to buy that dream house or refinance your current mortgage to save some serious cash, right? And so I am also in the process of looking to buy Powell, and I do want to quickly get out of debt before I do that. So I would say within the next few months. So closing thoughts on this. That's a wrap on today's financial highlights. Whether you're holding your crypto or thinking about diving into the stock market, the landscape is shifting fast. So don't forget, do not get tempted to invest in risky assets right now. Try to stay away from investing. If you're investing in your job's 401k, that's fine. Especially if they're doing the match, keep doing that. All right, so don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more updates, and drop a comment on what you think will be the biggest financial trend of the month. Okay, so until next time, stay smart, stay savvy, and keep chasing that financial freedom. We're on this journey together, and we'll see how long it takes from zero to wealthy.